Not only is Germany the economic powerhouse of the European Union, EU, it just so happens to be one of the best places to visit for those seeking an authentic, exciting vacation on the continent. Thanks to the superb network of highways, autobahns, and railways that crisscross this Central European country, Germany's cities and towns, big and small, are easy to access. Whatever you're looking for, be it a vacation full of incredible cultural experiences or fun outdoor adventures, plan your trip to this wonderful European travel destination with our list of the best places to visit in Germany. Number 10. Dresden. Thanks to its location just a few miles away from Germany's border with the Czech Republic, the historic city of Dresden makes a great base from which to explore not just the eastern part of the country, but also Eastern Europe too. Situated in a low-lying area of the Upper Elbe Valley, the city was first populated for its fertile lands, beautiful setting, moderate climate, and its access to important European trade routes. After centuries of growth under the old Saxon kings, the vast majority of Dresden's magnificent city center, once known as Germany's jewel box for its fine Rococo and Baroque architecture, was destroyed during bombing in WW2, but in the past few decades has been rebuilt and now once again stands as one of the country's leading cultural and entertainment hubs. It's a breathtaking marvel of ingenuity and persistence, and in addition to the many other restored attractions found here, including the Neumarkt, the city's main square, along with its many museums and art galleries, makes Dresden a must-visit city in Germany. Number 9. Düsseldorf. Widely considered one of Germany's most cosmopolitan cities, it is, after all, far closer to Amsterdam than it is to Berlin. Düsseldorf makes for a splendid urban European vacation. Its reputation as a young, vibrant, and trendy place to visit has as much to do with its status as one of Germany's leading university cities as it does its rich cultural history. Long known for playing a role in shaping and influencing the country's arts and fashion tastes, it's a surprisingly fun destination to explore on foot. Starting your Düsseldorf sightseeing adventure in the historic Old Town, Altstadt, district, pull yourself away from the picturesque Marktplatz and impressive Town Hall, Rathaus, and dive into any one of the city's famous, almost Parisian boulevards and avenues. You'll be rewarded with some of the best luxury shopping experiences in Germany, if not Europe, especially along the elegant Königsallee. Düsseldorf also boasts numerous green spaces to stroll. Circling the downtown core, these include Nordpark, home to a pleasant Japanese garden, and the Hofgarten. Both parks are large and can occupy many hours traversing them, but it's time well spent. End your walking tour along the Rhine Embankment Promenade, Rheinufer Promenade. This charming waterside stroll is the perfect place to wind up as night falls, and its many pleasant restaurants, cafes, and boutiques are lit up. Number 8. Frankfurt. Frankfurt has long been one of Germany's most important cities. For centuries an independent city-state, the many old buildings and world-class attractions and fun things to do here make this historic former imperial city a great place to spend a weekend break, or even longer if you're looking for a base from which to explore the surrounding countryside. The city is situated on the River Main, and evidence of its past as an important trading center are easy to spot, especially in the impressive Old Town, Altstadt area. Highlights include wandering the delightful Romerberg, a well-preserved pedestrian-friendly city square known for its fountain, medieval townhomes, attractive boutique shops and galleries, and excellent cafes and restaurants with al fresco dining options. The square is also home to historic buildings, including the Old Town Hall, Altes Rathaus, and a number of fine old churches. Number 7. Nuremberg. The attractive medieval Old Town area of Nuremberg, today stands testament not just to the rich cultural traditions that have shaped Germany, but also to the country's modern ingenuity. After near total devastation during WW2, the vast majority of the city's famous medieval architecture, previously untouched for centuries, required rebuilding, and rather than bulldoze and erect less appealing modern structures, the decision was made to rebuild the city's old center exactly as it had been before the war. The results are simply stunning, so much so, in fact, that all but an expert would be hard-pressed to tell that much of what you now see in the Altstadt was, only decades ago, mostly rubble. History and culture buffs alike will find much to enjoy about modern-day Nuremberg. A highlight of any visit is taking the time to walk around the city's 5 kilometers of walls. Built to protect the old city in the 1300s, the walls can best be enjoyed on the west side of town, and are easily accessible by a network of trails that are great fun to explore, especially if you take time to venture up the old towers that overlook the surroundings. Number 6. Cologne. Cologne is another of those wonderful old German cities that has managed to preserve its past for modern generations to enjoy. Originally settled by the Romans, Cologne was for centuries an important religious center and a place of pilgrimage. These days, the best places for visitors to go in Cologne are located in and around the Old Town, home to 12 classic old churches, including the famous Cologne Cathedral. Expect to spend hours exploring this magnificent structure and the surrounding former merchant homes, many of them now bustling with modern trade, including art galleries, boutique shops, and cafes. Cologne's reputation as a center of trade and commerce has never diminished, with visitors drawn to its shopping areas and traditional marketplaces to purchase locally produced goods. From fashion and fragrances to foodstuffs, you haven't lived until you sample some original Cologne-made chocolate, available in many locations around the Old Town. Other fun things to do in Cologne include exploring its ancient Roman remains, magnificent Baroque palaces, and countless museums and art galleries. Number 5. Medieval Rothenburg. If there's a single travel destination in Germany that encapsulates all that's wonderful about this amazing country, it's the old town of Rothenburg ob der Tauber. Located in the heart of beautiful Bavaria and an easy drive from some major cities such as Frankfurt, Rothenburg, as it's most often called, boasts superb photo opportunities everywhere you look. Located high above the river Tauber, Rothenburg escaped the ravages of war that devastated so many other old medieval towns and cities, and as such has retained the majority of its many authentic medieval buildings in their original form. As a result, stunning old structures such as the 13th century town hall or Rathaus remain much as they would have been over the centuries. Equally well-preserved structures include the magnificent Imperial City Museum, set in an old convent, and the historic Castle Gardens, which remain pretty much unchanged since being established in the 17th century. For a real treat, try to book a night or two stay in the medieval Old Town Center. You'll then be perfectly positioned to explore the magnificent Old Town walls later in the day, after the majority of the crowds of day trippers have dispersed. Although this takes a little over a half hour, you'll want to make stops along the way to catch the spectacular views over the Old Town, an effect that is heightened as the sun sets. Number 4. Munich. The capital of the state of Bavaria and one of Germany's largest cities, Munich owes much of its popularity as a tourism destination to its location on the outer edge of the beautiful Bavarian Alps. Although not one of Germany's oldest cities, its roots can be traced back to a settlement of monks predating its official founding in 1158. Munich has played a major role in shaping the country's cultural and political makeup. The city's rapid growth saw it develop into an important center for arts and trade, as well as a religious center. These days, in fact, no visitor can fail to notice the city's many surviving churches, including Peterskirch, the old inner-city church built during the 1300s, the iconic cathedral, the Frauenkirche, also the city's most recognized building, and the large Renaissance-era Michaelskirche. Another reason Munich has attained a place as one of Germany's most popular tourist destinations is its historic city center. It's a delight to explore on foot, with the fun centered around the city's large open square, the Marienplatz. Here, you can explore delightful old architecture dating all the way back to medieval times, including the old and new town halls. Number 3. RUGEN Island. Favored for its remarkable landscapes and romantic seaside resorts, RUGEN Island has flourished as a popular tourist destination since the 18th century. Located in the Baltic Sea as part of the state of Mecklenburg-Western Pomerania, RUGEN Island is the largest island in Germany, connected to the mainland by the Rügen Bridge and Rügen Causeway. Charming villas, Historic old towns and beautiful beaches all draw tourists to RUGEN Island, but the star attraction is the Jasmine National Park, famous for its unique chalk cliffs rising 161 meters over the sea. Of these majestic cliffs, the largest is known as Koningsstoel, or King's Chair. Legend has it that in ancient times, a newly crowned king would climb to the top of this cliff and sit in a chair to demonstrate his power. Number 2. Leipzig. The largest city in Germany's federal state of Saxony, Leipzig is often called the City of Heroes for its leading role in the 1989 Democratic Revolution and the fall of the Berlin Wall. Leipzig is also known for its vibrant arts and culture scene shaped by famous music composers like Bach, Richard Wagner, and Felix Mendelssohn. Tourists today can enjoy performances of Bach's music at the St. Thomas Church, where Bach once served as choir leader and is now buried. In addition to numerous museums and historic sites like the Old Town Hall, the city boasts several of Germany's oldest and most impressive structures, such as the Napoleonic Monument to the Battle of the Nations in Reichsgericht, the former High Court of the Reich. One of Europe's largest town squares, the Augustusplatz, is situated at the central campus of the city's university, which is the second oldest university in Germany. What's more, Leipzig is home to Germany's oldest botanical garden and one of the country's largest zoos. Number 1. Berlin. If you're only ever able to make a single trip to Germany, you'll want to spend at least a few days in Berlin. The country's capital is undoubtedly one of the most dynamic and vibrant cities in Europe, as popular for its superb dining experiences as it is for its shopping and entertainment. Berlin is also considered one of Europe's top cultural destinations, home to numerous excellent art galleries and museums just waiting to be explored, some of the best of which are located on Museum Island, a must-see destination that alone can take days to explore. And after these attractions have closed, fun things to do at night include enjoying concerts by the renowned Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra, perhaps taking in a performance by Berlin Opera, or simply wandering the always interesting avenues and boulevards in the Mitte district, where you'll find famous landmarks such as the Brandenburg Gate. Other areas you'll want to explore include Charlottenburg. Generally a little quieter than the busy Mitte area, it's home to many pleasant parks and gardens, including the Zoological Garden. The video has come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot for us to continue bringing this type of content here. Until the next video.